And welcome back to Music Free Static. I hope you're having a fabulous day. And I was wondering, do you ever stop to look for the beauty in the common world around you? I mean, it's easy to look at a painting or a flower or be out on a hiking trail and see all of that beauty that's there, right? But do you ever just look at the houses that are around you, right? The trees that may be along the streets, the snow on the ground, just just see the simple beauty that's there. And maybe it's just a cat that's sitting in somebody's window. Okay, I walk past some apartments on my way to work every day, and they often have cats in one of the apartments that are sitting. I think they set up a cat tree just outside the window, and it's so cute seeing those cats there. Or we were at a grocery store the other day, and somebody had their little beagle was sitting in the back of their pickup truck, and it was just the happiest little dog, right? But do you ever stop and look at those types of things, right? What about the people that are around you? Okay, and I'm not talking about looks, okay, right? I'm not talking about, oh, that dude is hot, or that oh, she's not. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that, okay? Not at all. Right? I'm talking about, do you look at people and see like the laughter of a child, right? As they go skipping into a grocery store with their parents, or see somebody out walking their dog, and just see the see those things that sort of go beyond the surface, right? Or or that guy who's just jamming to music in his car, right? He stopped at a stoplight, you could just see it, and he's just rocking out to whatever he's listening to, right? Doesn't you don't know what his story is, but you know that for this moment he is really enjoying the music he's got going on, and that is awesome, right? That's amazing, right? Do you ever stop and look at that? All right, do you ever look at the people around you and think about them as that they are, yes, a person, and acknowledge that, yes, they are a person with their own challenges and their own victories and their own pain and their own joy, right? And they're just another person trying to make their way in the world, right? Just like you, right? Just like so many others, right? They're just trying to get through their day. And maybe their life is awesome and amazing. Maybe they're having some struggles. You don't know. But you ever stop and think about, yes, they are a person. Right? And it's easy to start thinking, oh yeah, the person behind the counter. Yes, I know intellectually they are another human being. But do you ever realize you're just thinking of them as a fleshy robot just to give you your food or something at the takeout window? There is a beauty to the people around us, right? And yeah, you have no idea. You go grocery shopping or something, and you see somebody, and you have no idea if they're struggling with their own inner demons, or maybe just dealing with a horde of kids. It's hard to tell them apart sometimes, right? But they're just trying to make it through the day, right? Do you ever sit and look past their clothes, the hair, and see people as a person with their own stories to tell, right? And I'm not going to say that's necessarily easy, and it may require some extra thought, perhaps, right? But do you ever do this, right? Just take a moment and realize, yeah, that person isn't just somebody whose shopping cart is blocking the aisle. That is a person. That person who's walking their dog. You'd have no idea what's going on, but for that moment, yeah, maybe they're out there, shivering in the cold so they can walk their dog, but they love their dog enough to go take it for a walk. All of these types of things, these thoughts of, yeah, let's dive into this. Let's look at what is going on, or at least acknowledge that the people around you have things going on that you don't know, but make them people, right? the main characters in their own stories, right? But more importantly, do you ever look at yourself that way? Right? Take a moment. Look now. Okay? Take a look in a mirror, okay, and look past all of the imperfections that you always see. And I know you see them, okay? I know you do. I know you'll look at yourself in the mirror and think, I really could lose some weight, or yeah, my hair's starting to get a little thin, or whatever. Okay? Look past that. Okay? Look past all of those things that you nitpick about yourself, right? To paraphrase Boromir from Lord of the Rings, yes, there is weakness there, but there is strength also, right? Do you look past all of those things? All of those things that you want to just nitpick up and tear apart? And do you see those things that make you, you, right? Those things that make you great, right? Maybe you have an amazing sense of humor. Right? Maybe you see a passion for history or music or fantasy novels or maybe trashy romance novels, right? Right? Do you have a care for others? Or maybe just a love for nachos or some cheap fast food burgers, right? But these things that make you who you are, right? And this is not easy sometimes, okay? Because we all get used to seeing ourselves and thinking about, all right, I would be better if only, right? If I could just change this about me, oh, I'd have gotten that promotion, or they would have gone out with me, or you know, that person wouldn't have left, right? It's easy to start going down that path, right? And that path leads to depression and anxiety and lots of fun stuff, right? Who doesn't love depression and anxiety? Yeah, no, I'm definitely not a fan of the depression and the anxiety. Got to tell you, not a fan, right? But you ever take a moment and look past those things? Look past those parts of yourself that you always criticize and find those things about you that you love, right? And it doesn't have to be necessarily big things, right? Because great things are made up of little things, right? It's the small and simple things that make up those things that are great. And sometimes, what's great is that about you is you like to, maybe you like to cook up a plate of pizza rolls, or uh, grab a bowl of baby carrots or something, and grab a book and curl up under a blanket and read for a while, right? That's great. Okay, that is part of who you are, right? Do you have a passion for a topic, any topic, right? Said I named a few a moment ago, but are you a big like Stargate fan, right? Or a fan of Lord of the Rings, right? Or Minecraft. Okay, that's me. I I play a lot of Minecraft. I listen to podcasts about Minecraft. I watch people play Minecraft on stream. Right? Minecraft is a thing. I've got a passion for Minecraft. Right? I do not have a passion for yard work. Turns out, I'm weird like that. But no, these are the things that you can look at and I would say focus on, but really dive into and say, look, this is what I am. These are the things that I like about me, right? And that is something that we should take time to do every day, right? Is to look beyond our weaknesses, right? Look beyond all of those things that we want to just pick at, right? And look at all of the things that make us awesome and amazing. Look at yourself and see all of the awesome and amazingness that is you, right? Because there are definitely things about you that are worthy of awe. There are things about you that are amazing. Do you take time to find those, right? And I'm not saying that you you don't have things you need to work on. We all do. And I'm not saying that everyone is should be perfect in some uh, metaphysical sense, right? Yes, if you read the scriptures, Christ says, "Be ye perfect, even as I am perfect." Okay, but the intention is to strive to be better, right? But in that striving to be better, right? It's too easy to start to start. I'm going to say overlooking. Actually, quite the opposite is to focus on all of those things that we hate. It's easy to start finding examples in yourself, right? Sometimes it's easy to find examples in other people, and that's a problem too. But yeah, you start getting into what psychologists call the negative self-talk, right? Oh, I suck. I'm just not worthy of this. No one will love me, right? You start spiraling down that hole, right? I've been there. Okay, it's not a great place to be, and sometimes there is a certain amount of self-reflection and honesty that we have to have. So, yeah, I am a little lazy. I don't like to get up and do housework, and sometimes it just needs to get done, and I don't do it. Okay, right? It's easy to start taking those things, and yeah, are there things that we should work on to improve? Absolutely. I'm not saying don't try to be better. I am saying, why are you living in that negative space? Right? And I'm not saying you do it all the time. I'm not saying I do it all the time. I'm not, and I'm talking about a royal you, not necessarily you specifically, the listener. You have to be better. But I think it's something that we all have once in a while. It doesn't matter who we are. We all will look in the mirror, sometimes an actual mirror, sometimes that sort of medical mirror. No, now you're getting an MRI. No, sometimes that sort of metaphysical mirror of who am I? What am I? What am I doing? And so, yeah, start picking apart those things and just dwelling in that negative space. And that's a thing that we need to get past, right? And again, I said, honest reflection says, yeah, I need to be better at things. Okay, cool. Focus on getting better, not focus on how bad you are now, right? Right? It's so easy to get stuck there. In part because we're around each other all the freaking time, right? We're around ourselves all the time. Turns out it's really hard to take a break from oneself. Okay? People try, it never works. You always come back and you're still there, right? But can you look at yourself and acknowledge that you are a person just like so many others with your own challenges and your own victories and your own pain and your own joy, just trying to make your way in the world. Just like all of those people that you see walking down the street or taking your money when you buy groceries, right? Or the person who cuts you off in traffic, or that the person you listen to on a podcast or watch on a stream, or, we're all people with all of these different things. And if we can start looking past those, I don't even want to necessarily call them negatives about ourselves, but those things that we just keep picking at, if we can look past that in ourselves, can we do that for others? Right? Can we start looking at others with that same lens? Right? Again, not picking on, oh, their clothes are always messed up, or she always overdoes the makeup, or whatever. Take your pick, right? But rather than than sit there and start writing down the checklist of all the reasons somebody is a horrible person, looking past all of that into the truth that they are a person. We start there, right? And it doesn't matter if the person has different political views than you, right? They Republican or Democrat or Tory or whatever, right? So branch out to those to our UK and maybe Canadian friends or whatever, right? But can you look past all of those things and look at and see somebody as, yeah, this is a person. This is somebody who needs love just like everybody else. This is a person who has challenges and has, you think maybe, are they walking their dog? Because yeah, they love their dog, but this is one chance just to get out for a walk and get away from their problems for a few minutes. Right? Is this you look at somebody and it's like, you know what? They're really jamming to that music that they love in their car, and that's great for them. They have found their groove and they are down, right? They're good to go with that. And that's a great thing to go with, right? To look at the simple joy of a child is they see a bird, right? I remember I was walking to work one day, and there's this guy out with his toddler out on the lawn of the campus I work at, and this kid had seen, I don't know, I think there were pigeons that were just standing in the grass, and this was the greatest thing ever. And he kept this kid just wanted to go pet a pigeon, or maybe grab a pigeon, I don't know, but he definitely wanted to go touch one of these pigeons. Of course, the pigeons were having nothing to do with that, right? But there's just the simple joy of discovery and excitement, right? Heck, I was at the grocery store a few months ago, I think, and I was walking down the pizza aisle for something. I don't remember if I was getting pizza or if I was just walking down it. But there were a couple of families, right? So it was a parent and their young children. And these two kids, like, I don't know what it was, they would just sort of hit it off, and they were just suddenly like, we're best friends. And you could tell it's like, oh yeah, because it was part of the conversation I was hearing as I was going down the aisle was, oh, did you remember seeing them at the soccer game or something? Right, it was just one of those, hey, you've seen them before. And the kids look at each other, yes, we have. And now they're all talking, and it's like, hey, maybe we could get together and play and play games or whatever, right? We don't know. It's just, but it was fabulous to see that, right? And it's easy to look at the news of various types and just start diving into all the negativity, right? And trust me, creator media emphasizes this. Whether you're on TikTok or on X or on Blue Sky, right? That negativity gets emphasized. Even more so if you're watching any sort of news show, because the old adage, if it bleeds, it leads, is 100% true, right? Nobody, I was going to say nobody cares. That's not true. That it's not true that nobody cares about the good stuff. But it's the disasters that make the news. It's right. It's the disasters that bring in clicks. It's the disasters that bring in ratings. Right. That's the thing that helps feed that negativity. Because hey, Negativity gets clicks. Negativity gets eyeballs, right? Right. And you see it. I'm going to step into lightly into politics for a minute. Sorry. I know we all hate it. But you look at cable news shows, which I have admittedly not watched in 30 years. Okay. But you look at something like MSNBC, and so much of their daily commentary is just how much they hate the Republicans and Trump. Contra-wise, you sit and watch Fox. If you watch Fox News, so much of their content is on how bad the Democrats and stuff are, right? Okay, because that's where that's where the money is for them. Okay, and it's in their interest to stir up that negativity. And when you start looking at others through that negative light, do you think it becomes easier to look at yourself in that negative light? Yeah, I think so. But if you start looking at yourself, right, and look at others, like, yes, they are a person with challenges and joy and pain and love and all of those things. Can you look at yourself and look at all and see those things that are great and beautiful about you? Can we stop focusing on the negativity, right? Stop focusing on those things that we hate, right? Those things that we look at ourselves like, why can't I be X, Y, or Z, right? And I'll tell you why you can't be X, Y, or Z. It's because those are letters and you are a human being. Right. Sorry, I had to break up the mood here, but right. But look at yourself and look past all of those negative things that it's so easy to get caught on. And yeah, we all have our trials in life, right? You know, for me, I spent 2 years just buried in depression. And after about a year or so of that, I finally was able to get into therapy and get through that and get through my grief and depression and all of that stuff. And I'll tell you, none of that's fun. And it made it really easy to believe all of the negative things that would creep into my mind. And I knew at the time even that none of them were true, but that didn't mean I wasn't believing them. It's easy to throw shade at somebody because they are, they believe the lies, right? And you hear that a lot along the lines of again, politics, right? Comes up a lot, okay? Right, they believe the lies being told by Trump or Biden or Harris or, whatever. Pick your politician, pick your newscaster, pick your pundits, whatever, right? They believe the lies. And like, that's a bad thing. Okay, fair. That probably is. Actually, let's say, probably is. Do you believe the lies you tell about yourself? You think that's also maybe a bad thing? Right? Yeah, let's maybe focus on the things that are great and find that inner beauty for who you are, right? I believe that we're here on earth to have joy, okay? There, amongst other things, right? And I don't mean the very short-lived happiness that you get from eating pizza or something, right? I'm talking about that long-lasting, pervasive sense of wellness that is joy. We don't get that if we're focused on all of the negativity, right? And it's not negativity about others, but especially about ourselves. And I'll tell you, there's a huge industry explicitly designed to make you feel bad about yourself. You are incomplete unless you have music-free gaming merch, now available at musicfreegaming.com, right? That's not true, right? Okay, the merch is available there, But your life isn't incomplete without it, right? Your life isn't incomplete because you don't have that car or or drink that type of soda or have pizza rolls or something, right? Right? That's not none of that is true, right? What is true is that you are awesome and amazing. You are. And you can see that if you take a moment and look beyond all of those imperfections, all of those weaknesses, and look at the parts of you that really are great. And they exist. I know some of you out there say, I don't have those. No, you do. You absolutely do. You just have to see them. And sometimes, yeah, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to look at yourself in the mirror and say, yes, I am okay. I am awesome. I am amazing. I am beautiful. Yeah, that's hard sometimes. But it's true. And I'm not talking about that physical surface level beauty. And you probably have that too. But I'm talking about that part of you inside that loves kittens, right? That laughs at stupid jokes, that just loves 7-layer nachos, right? Though look at that part of you and say, look at that and say, yes, there are good things about me. And take time, do it every day. Look beyond your weaknesses to that awesome and amazing person that you are. And you will be better. And as I said, I'm not saying there aren't things that we do have to work on in ourselves. I know I've got a bunch. Right? But we can do it. You and I. We can be better. And I end every stream, right, and every podcast with Bill's Law, which is be excellent to each other. I think implicit in that as well is be excellent to yourself. Because you're the only you that you've got. And you are awesome and amazing. And until next time, be excellent to each other and be excellent to yourself. This is Music Free Static, signing off.